You gearing up for exams? GCSE, A-level? My name's Reese and I've been a teacher for 10 years. This is my top 5 mistakes students make in their exam papers. December, the run-up to Christmas. There's magic in the air, a buzz of excitement. So the perfect time for mock exams! You've either just had your mock exams or you're gearing up for them. So let's park the Christmas cheer for a minute, shall we? That's better, I was boiling. There are already lots of things you should be doing to prepare for your exams. Turning up for lessons, making sure you're asking lots of questions, practicing exam questions over and over again. Make sure you're marking these exam questions. Make sure you're correcting these exam questions, asking when you are stuck. There's so much that you can do during the exam to make sure all of this hard work doesn't go to waste. If you think sitting mock exams is horrific, you try marking 60 of them with the same basic errors. These are the 5 things that drive me mad about mock exams. You think you can get them in the right order? Comment down below, just down here, tell me what you think would drive me mad marking your mock exams. Right, let's get right into it, guys. Number 1, you have got to write legibly. If I can't read it, I can't mark it. That's reality. Cruel, unyielding reality. Remember, examiners are usually better at decoding your scrawl, much better than, say, your peers. But ultimately, if we can't read it, we can't mark it. Things that I find help are writing more slowly, writing larger. You can also try using a wider barreled pen. Using a very thin Bic pen, that can be quite difficult to control. Try getting yourself a wider pen. It might mean that you make a transition from fountain pen to rollerball or vice versa. You need to find an instrument that works for you. Don't just accept the first thing that you pick up. It really can make a difference. Right, next, number 4. You have got to learn to draw graphs and diagrams correctly and quickly. Yep, look at this one. This is an absolute state. Graphs and diagrams are easy marks. There is no excuse to drop any of these marks at all in these question types. So let's take a look at a better graph. As you can see here, the axes are labelled. Points are plotted with a small cross, not a dot, not a heart, not a circle, a cross. That way you can see exactly where your lines are intersecting. You only have a millimetre tolerance when plotting your graphs. You can't afford to chuck the mark away because you've drawn a massive circle and the examiner doesn't know which part of the square you're talking about. The line of best fit goes through or near as many points as possible. It's not a dot to dot. We've got clear axes titles here. We've got units on the axes. Nice smooth line. Okay, what about drawings? Well, should we play some spot the difference? Find 4 mistakes in the image on the left. Have you found them all? Here, 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 and here. Okay, next one. This is a problem that affects the perfectionists among you. Exams are set up to work at about a mark per minute. So if you're staring at one question for 10 minutes, you're throwing marks away, guys, okay? You need to work faster than this. Best thing to do, stick a star next to it, leave it blank, and move on. That might be the only question you can't do. Why would you waste marks if you can do the rest of the paper? You don't want to run out of time at the end of the paper because you spent 10 minutes staring at one question. You're just storing up problems for yourself. This is why practicing questions under exam conditions is so important. If you're not used to working quickly and accurately, you're not going to be able to draw a graph in under 4 minutes. You're not going to be able to draw a diagram in under 3 minutes. You've got to practice this. So, focus, sit down, give yourself a time limit and stick to it. If it helps, put something up to put the pressure on. Maybe you will go without TV, or you will sell a valued possession on eBay, or I don't know, attend a Tottenham Hotspur football match in full kit even though you hate them. But who would do that? You need to learn to manage your time if you're going to be successful, and this is probably the piece of advice that will improve your marks by the most. Learning to manage your time gives you more time to think about the difficult questions. You will answer more questions in the time. You should be finishing with 5 or 10 minutes to check the whole paper. That is built into the overall time you are given. So, learn to manage your time. Watch those grades skyrocket. Okay, number 2, we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We're getting into things that are really infuriating. This drives me mad. Answer every question. Leaving blanks. Now, I know I've just said that if you don't understand a question, if you can't answer it, you put a star next to it and you come back. But you must come back to it. If you leave the question blank, you're guaranteeing getting 0. There's nothing there to mark. You have got to write something down. If you don't know what to write, start spamming keywords. Look for the keyword in the question. Start spamming definitions. You've got to get something down. If you put something down, you give yourself the chance of picking up that extra mark, which could be the difference between that grade 9 and 8 at the GCSE, or that A star and the A at the A level. Okay? If in doubt, guess. Okay, I wonder how many of you managed to get my number 1 bugbear, the thing that drives me mad. I wonder if Will got it right. Hi, Will! So, here it is. The biggest mistake you guys make. Follow the instructions. Answer the chuffing question. Okay, if the question asks you to tick 2 boxes, tick 2 boxes. Don't tick 1, don't tick 3, tick 2. 2 boxes! It's really straightforward, but the number of people who will only tick 1 or who'll tick too many. It happens a lot in the match the lines up to the boxes questions where they'll draw too many lines. It will tell you how many lines to draw. Follow the instructions. If a maths question asks you to show your answer to 3 decimal places, show it to 3 decimal places. If it asks you to do it to 2 significant figures in standard form, 11G2, I'm looking at you, you have got to do it to 2 significant figures in standard form. You don't write it out in full to 3 decimal places. The maths questions will always tell you how they expect to see the answer written, and they'll tell you to show your working, so do it. This is hands down the most annoying mistake because it's so basic. It's something that I can't help you with. Your teacher can't help you with it. We can help you with the lack of understanding. We can help you if you're failing to grasp something. We can help you learn how to draw graphs. We can help you learn how to do essays. But if you won't read the question and follow those instructions, there's nothing we can do. And it's absolutely infuriating. In the last lot of mock exams that I marked, some people in my year 11 class got 7 marks wrong because they didn't follow the instructions. That was 9% of the paper. That is a grade boundary, ladies and gents. You've got to fix this. Follow the instructions. Right, guys, well, that was my 5 biggest mistakes you lot make when you are on the exam trail, when you're in that room, heads down, trying to secure your future. High stakes, isn't it? If this video has helped you out, you would help me out a lot if you dropped a like down the bottom, perhaps hit the subscribe button so that you know when I release new videos. I'm going to try doing it every fortnight, but who knows if I can do that. Perhaps you've thought of a mistake that's made in your class all the time. Perhaps you've recognised yourself in this. Perhaps you're a teacher and I've forgotten something that drives you absolutely balmy. Do me a favour, put it down in the comments. It's great for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks to my dry bread for that gag. And we can all help learn from one another. Remember, guys, life is way too short to make all the mistakes yourself. We've got to learn from each other.